Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some Halloween tags that I've put together, and I will also share with you a quick process of one of them, and I'll give you information on what I've used for the change as much as I can. I don't have the colors of the Nuvo drops out, but I can give you a general idea. Okay, so first of all, this was inspired by this cupcake, which is an SVG file from Treasure Box Designs. And I apologize, I'm getting up this video out a little bit late. I had some family things come up. But this is August 28th. It is Wednesday, I believe. And this file should be still available free tomorrow, the 29th. Usually they change on Fridays once every week. And that's Treasure Box Designs. I initially started creating a card when I saw this, when I was reminded when I was going through files, and I thought, no, I want to do something different. So, and I've been looking for ideas for some things I can do for my neighbors for Halloween treats or fall treats. So this will be a good way to use them up. Anyway, let's get started and I'll go through this. The tags are all cut. The width, they're all at 2.8 inches wide. And then I kind of changed the size. I think the largest one, the longest one, excuse me, is like 4.25 maybe. Now this one from the top up here down is about 4.125, and that's pretty much where I was at with the sizing. The cupcake itself and all of them is let's see, I had it here. It is 2.219 inches wide by 2.735 inches high. And I'm pretty sure if you just put one of those measurements in a design space, Cricut Design Space will allow the rest of it to be resized automatically if you have the lock proportion button on. I'll try to remember to put some of the information in the description box as far as the sizing and the tag information as far as the tag numbers or codes from Cricut Design Space. I used all of my tags have different colored ribbon. It's just whatever I had in my stash. And then I tied it with whatever I had for twine, or this is a little bit thicker twine, but I think this is from Really Reasonable Ribbon, not sure. All of them will have some form of an eyelet on there. I put that on. These little dots are actually quite old. They're they're pony beads that I melted down several years ago. I got a Halloween set. Have you ever done that? It stinks. Did not realize how bad it stunk. Wow. And anyway, going on, I used some dies from my set. This one of these little open scallops or whatever you want to call it. That's a layered set. I think it's off of Amazon or AliExpress. I'm not sure. And then I know the stitch circle dies are either again AliExpress or Amazon. I didn't take those out. I am sorry about that. I can give you sizes. The outside, the largest one is about 2 3/4, I'll say. And then the circle one inside is about 2 3/8 maybe. 100% sure. And if you're resizing the tags, if you do this, just use whatever fits for you. The stamp is, this particular one is from Spellbinders, and I'll show you those in a moment. And what I did in each of the cupcake, the icing is different. So go through that first. This, see if I can get it better. Yeah. This is Nuvo Drops. And I forget which one I used. If you want to know, just leave a comment. I'll go look for it. But it left a pearly effect. I kind of like that. It's kind of a swirled effect. You can see that. Some I put glitter on. One is glow in the dark. I mean, you name it. And then the hat brim, on some of them I embossed it. This was done with the burlap embossing folder from Honeybee Stamps, that I do know. I also embossed the cupcake pieces just to give it a little bit of dimension, and I didn't want to use printed paper because there's so much color going on, but it just reminds me of when you get the printed cupcakes, when you're making for the different holidays and stuff. So that's why I ended up embossing all of those. On this particular one, I did use glitter on both the star and the moon, and I added glossy accents to the top. The Happy Halloween, all of my sentiments are heat embossed. If you struggle heat embossing in black and do not have this tip, I saw this quite a while ago on YouTube, and I don't remember who to thank for this. But first, use your clear embossing pad. So in this, I use Versamark. First, ink your stamp with Versamark, and then use the black or whatever dark color you're using. I use Ranger, the archival ink. It stays wet a little bit longer, so it's easier, if you can see. And then use clear embossing powder. What that does is if you get any embossing little specks, black will show up and clear does not. So it was a really good tip. I thought there was something else I was going to tell you about that. Oh, if you use it that way, and if you're using colored ink, you don't have to have several different colors of embossing powder. That's what I like to do about it. So anyway, my sentiment is popped up. My cupcakes are all popped up. And then the circle is flat on this little scallop circle, but then I popped that up so if you can see. So there's quite a bit of dimension to these, but I just think they're really cute. Now on the back, I do have a sentiment. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. And then I'll just put from, and there's a stamp for that and my name. So let me show you, first of all, the stamps that I used for the different stamps. Um, this one I used Trick or Treat. And then I'm going to be using one of the sentiments on this. And this is Halloween Hoop 2 from Jaded Blossom. And they just go by the names. Okay, they don't. And I don't know if any of these are still available. I have to apologize. I don't know how long I've had these. And then I've got Pick Your Poison. And I used Happy Halloween off of this one. And I think that was. I'm not sure if I don't think there's another sentiment on there that I wanted to use. And then I have the Spellbinders Boo Dance Party Sentiments. It's, if you can see that, STP-153. And I used Happy Halloween on that one. And I think that's all I've used for these. Keep in mind, these are going to be for adults. They're not for kids. So I'm just kind of trying to keep them a little, well, how do I say? A little bit, just, not so cutesy. I mean, they're cute, but yeah. Okay, go on. I'm sorry, I get off track sometimes. The Bakehurst one, I have no idea where it came from, or nor do I know where the rickrack came from. I also put some rickrack here. These little strips, this one and this one, they're actually from the paper pack, and I'll share that with you too. I forget that. These are just some little, what do I want to say? Enamel dots that I had in my stash. I never, this is the first time I think I've used probably multiple colors of ribbon and stuff, and I think it really adds a lot instead of just one boring piece of ribbon. So I had to share that. Again, I stamped or heat embossed the Happy Halloween on there. This one, or something, okay, it is in, excuse me, I did use some glitter and, not Nouveau drops, glossy accents. This moon does not have any glossy accents or anything. This one is a pearly, it's a yellow color, it's Nouveau Drops, and I don't remember if it's vintage or what, but I just thought it just, in real life, when you look at it too, that swirl in there just reminds me when you look at the moon, sometimes it's not always just one specific color. So anyway, the dots on the hat brim, I just used a white gel pen. This is the one that glows in the dark. The green glows in the dark. And it really does show up, guys. I was amazed. I'm not telling anybody else that's getting this because then they'll just wonder, but they might see that and think, what is going on? And then the oval on the back is from Spellbinders. It's the small, I don't have my dies out. I think it's the small set. But and again, this is going to be 2.8 and about 4 and 4.125 for an eighth or so. So, and the backs again are just plain for now. And then my last one that I have done so far, because I'm not sure how many I'm doing of these, so I'm not sure if I'm doing them for the guys or just the ladies, and I'll just do the guys something different. I don't know. Anyway, so there's my ribbons. I gotta quit using Book of Pearls, stuff like that when I'm something. One of my glue things fell in that, and I did it off the best I could. So I have a little bit of a mess, but they won't notice it. But again, I did use what do I want to say? This I think is Stickles instead of Nouveau glitter, and then it's got glossy accents. And this again has the Nouveau drops on it, and the Happy Halloween is embossed. Everything is popped up. This hat brim is embossed, and it's actually like a swirl, and it's got these dots on it. So I kind of took that, and the cupcake. It's actually a wood grain folder that I use for this particular cupcake one. And this is Nouveau glitter drops. And then I just have the glossy accents on top. So those are my 3 Halloween tags so far. And I will be doing 4th one. I've got most of it together. If you want to stick around, I'm going to set these off a minute. I'm going to share with the paper that I used. I forgot to share that with you. I've got the Echo Park Halloween Magic. These are all 6x6 packs. And then T13, Happy Halloween. This one I know I got from scrapbook.com. I don't know about the other 2 where I got them or if they were gifted to me. I'm really sorry. I don't remember. So I'll apologize up front. If you've never tried P13 paper, it is about 80 pound or so heavy. It's very heavy. It's double-sided. They really have nice paper. I just want to share that if you haven't tried it and you're interested, I do recommend that. I don't get paid for any sponsorships or anything for anything I do on YouTube, but I will tell you when I like something. So, and of course, always do a look. This is Ghost Town, as you can see. I always can recommend Doodlebug. I love the paper. Here is part of the, well, it's upside down, but this is what I used. This strips some of the pieces. So, okay. So if you want to stick around, I will put the other piece, the tag together. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. I appreciate everybody, and I will be back soon, hopefully, if no other problems won't happen anywhere. I'll be back soon with another project. So, thanks. And okay, so here we go. I have my tag already cut and my ribbons put on and everything. I tried to do that at the same time. Got my eyelet on, and I see it's a little bit off-centered. Wonder where I learned to do math, right? Again, I'm using the same circle with the scallop, and then this is just pattern paper. This thing, because of the background piece, it's going to be plenty busy. Also, that's what's going to be going on the tag. I'm using more of the strips from the paper piece. So, as I said, it's got lots of color. Okay. I'm going to set this aside for now. About my little sentiments, my trick or treat sentiment, and put this together. And I just want to share with you, this is my purple glitter, or purple, excuse me, Nouveau drops. It's not, it's obviously it's just solid color. I would recommend if you're going to do this, do it when it's put together because it'll curl. As you can, I don't know if you can see that it's curled, and it'll crack when you get it if you want to put it on flat. Okay, so just my opinion. I'm going to start with the cupcake base, and I had 2 of these cut left in the bag and just pulled them out not looking at the next layer of the cupcake. So I have to do a little bit of cutting and re-inking quick. Excuse my reach. I'm going to look. I may not have to do this or have to cut anything, but these should have, one should go this way and one should go this way. Okay, so they should angle differently. Well, smart me. I just grabbed, I do things sometimes late at night or when I'm always tired lately, thanks to other things, but yeah, I'm, I want a quick look. My thinking is I don't have to fix this one based on how the cupcake is going to go and where this is going. So yeah, I don't. But if you're cutting multiples, I would suggest watching that. That's my own, thing is make sure you have to pay attention to which side do you have things going. I am going to quick cut that little piece off though, just because I know it's there. Okay. Next thing we can put on is this piece. And here's where I should have put this on and then did if you're going to add anything on the icing. Now I did that way on the first piece and I was afraid I would make too much of a mess and have what I want to say, I would have stuff everywhere. So, oh shoot, it didn't want to stick very well. Well, unfortunately, I would recommend putting this on, waiting for it to dry. You can even put everything together and then put it on if you want. That's how I initially did it. So, however you want, if you're doing that. Excuse me, I think my allergies are kicking in on top of everything else. I did today work on an interactive scrapbook page. I'm working on, I have to do the prototype first. It's not that I can just sit down and, put it together. So I have one done. I started working on it in Cricut Design Space and something came up and of course I forgot to save all of it, so I have to go back and find a few pieces. It's not major, don't get me wrong, but it made me mad. My mind just is not, my brain just is not working well lately. I will put the glitter and Nouveau drops on later. I'll show you one of the Nouveau drops I used for the moon, the pearly one. Um, but I'm not going to wait for those to dry or anything. But you saw how it looks on the other ones with it. So, and these are very, very simple to put together. I just actually not such a big fan of of, I appreciate the free designs, but I personally, I've been doing this so long, I don't mind the involved files at all to assemble. It's just, I enjoy the challenge. So, okay, we put this on next, and this is the scallop circle. If you're new to paper piecing, I do recommend though, always if you can, grab the free designs from the creators. It's just a great way to get used to using their files. It really is. While I'm doing this, let me quick share with you. This tag is it was created. I'm going to show you from the back. I used a deckled tag, which it was M as in Mary, 3, B as in Bravo, 8, B as in Bravo, 5. And then I took a straight, well, a tag that had just this part on top. And I've got two listed here, so I'm not sure why. I've got M2AAB3D20 and M3AA8E. And I only remember using two tags, so I'm not sure what the deal is, but I actually created this tag in Design Space, but just by welding, slicing and welding, because I didn't, otherwise it's square, and then at the top I didn't want that, so I just wanted to share that with you. And then the other tags, the one with the, got my cord here. This one is M as in Mary, 4, 5, C as in Charlie, B as in Bravo, 2, 4, 9, F as in Frank. And the one with this more of a ruffled bottom is M as in Mary, 4, 5, C as in Charlie, B, 2, 2, 7, 3. And then this one with the jagged edge at the bottom, the zigzag is M as in Mary, 5, 0 or the letter O, not sure, 5, 8, 7, 1, C as in Charlie, D as in David. I will do my best to remember to put those in Cricut Design Space so you have them and have some idea of, you don't have to go back, watch the video again. These would be really cute for like little kids or whatnot for Halloween too. I just don't have children, so I'm doing what works, having some fun with my neighbors. They enjoy stuff like this, so gives me something different to do. Well, I bought a roll of foam tape, and I don't know, I think it's double-sided. I don't know what made me decide to do that instead of just continue with my little sheets that I've been purchasing, but I did. I'll be doing that again. My word, that was expensive. And sometimes I have to have something to be able to visualize, the size. And I thought it seemed a little bit much, but well, we'll try it. We'll try that again. I oh, I feel like I forgot something. Here it is. I'll just take the time to cut the foam and glue it down because a little bit of glue it uses, it's not near what the foam tape cost. All right, let's get this put together. I think we'll put this one on straight. I know a lot of people use dies, and that's wonderful. I don't have the how do I say it? Financial means to be buying dies all the time, although I get enough of my own SVG files, but then I can resize them, do what I want. So, okay, we're just gonna go like this. And this will be straight. It's just that my tag is crooked. Let's see. I just want a little bit of foam on that corner to support it. I have to figure out, okay, it's this corner. Everybody remember that. I may consider doing some more paper piecing videos. Also, I'm not sure. Um, I enjoy doing stuff like this. I've got some Christmas cards that I'll be sharing with you. Finally working on those. Was trying to figure out where I want the glue. Don't have glue everywhere. I probably still will, but for sure I went over here. Okay. Should have used, what do I want to say? Beacon adhesive on the foam tape. It just holds. There, I gotta fix this. It just holds faster and it just works much better if I'm using foam tape. Get that up under there if I can. No, it's just not staying where it should. Add some more glue. I like the glue, okay, but not for some things. People come, they'll come over to my place and they'll see all these different adhesives and things and wonder why I have all these. So I'm gonna try to explain to them, but if you don't papercraft, you don't understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to take this long, but didn't expect to have problems like that either. I should know better, right? Okay, there's my last egg. So I want to thank you for joining me. You guys have an awesome day. Take care.